So what's your podcast about?
Okay, this is making me feel really uncomfortable. Not like it.
It's like amplified drama.
Okay. Well then, let's go.
Quiet Coyote. Quiet Coyote.
That is actually, yeah.
I only learned where the Quiet Coyote podcast name came from like a couple episodes ago. So, yeah. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Quiet Coyote podcast. My name is Jamie. Welcome to the quietest of coyotes. Oh. That's like when the coyote first wakes up, you know. He's like, oh, like he's yawning and stuff. My name is Jamie. I'm hosting this episode, so thank you for... Thank you for the challenge and for the opportunity. So with me, as always, because this is the real host, his name is John.
Hey, what up? I'm stealing that from Angel. We don't know what Angel is.
Angel's right here inside of this coffee, which I'll drink now.
Right here in our hearts.
Always right here in our hearts, absolutely. And John has asked me to bring some friends to the podcast. So today we have my friend Kristy.
Woo. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy to have you here.
Oh, I'm so grateful.
Coming.
So good. Before we got here, Kristy and I got some coffee, and we apparently we're big Stanley girls. You have the real Stanley.
I'm new to the game.
You're new to the game. Does it
cheers.
stay cold AF? All the liquids in there?
My water's always warm.
Oh, you're warm water? I need cold water.
No, I'm saying for that price, I'm sure, like it's a real, it has to do the job.
Yeah, I should put some ice in it and test it out.
Yeah,
right?
you should. I think it's supposed to stay cold for like 24 hours or something, like something crazy.
It'll be
this
like
fake one does that. So.
The Water Boy, where like they had that little bit of water from the glacier, and they're like, it's always cold. And he's like, it's always cold. Yeah.
There's nothing like 90s comedy.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, as long as the cup's clean, I'm pretty much okay.
Yes.
So we'll be all right.
Yeah, don't put no smoothies or anything like that because smoothies are gunky and like it's got like lots of room for bacteria in there. So like, nope, just water and coffee. It's all we'll do.
I was just
Don't get sick.
water and coffee. That's literally about it.
That's it.
Yeah, the necessities.
That's like what 90% of my body is
Water and
coffee and
coffee.
water.
Yeah.
I was going to ask if you wanted something, John, but I know that you are very affected by caffeine,
I'm
even
very
half-calf stuff, so I'm sorry I didn't ask you. I should have asked you anyway.
I'm caffeine sensitive, so.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll think about inviting you next.
Yes.
I did have a half calf today, though.
Ooh, was it the best half-calf of your life?
It was because I had it today.
Yes. So today's the best day of our lives because we are alive and breathing.
We're alive and in effect.
Snaps to that. We love it. When Kristy and I were talking earlier, Kristy's like, you seem like you don't need coffee. I'm like, I'm naturally caffeinated. Naturally. It just runs in the blood.
Jamie does not.
I make my own caffeine.
Jamie is caffeine.
Right.
I am.
You know what it is, though? What's so lovely, whether there's well, now I've seen both sides because there was about 5 minutes before you had the caffeine in your system. But it's almost like you elevate us up to your level. Yeah.
Get on my level.
It's catch up or get out of here.
That's it. You know, and I was talking with Kristy when we were having coffee before we came here about, you know, how this year it's been about me trying to slow down because I feel like a lot of my fast talking is related to like me feeling like I couldn't take up space.
Yeah.
And I had to go through things as quick as possible, you know, trauma. So this year it's about slowing down and about being purposeful with my words and knowing that like no one should make me feel like I have to rush through anything. Like,
absolutely.
life is fast enough, right?
Yeah. Take your time. Yeah. It's like a Sunday drive for your mouth.
Yes.
Well, I'm learning that a lot in my life where when you're around people that make you feel that way, and it might not always be such a direct thing against them, but yeah, when you're in an environment where you feel the need to quicken the pace or get out of there faster or you just don't feel comfortable in general. That's definitely something to look into, whether it's changing your environment or just looking into what that's stemming from.
Yeah. Because we're all in relationship with everybody, whether it's your father, your best friend, or the grocery store clerk. We're always in relationship with people, you know, even if it's just for a quick moment. So that's definitely a good thing to think about, you know?
I really like that tattoo. I just saw that right there.
Thank you.
What is that, if you don't mind me asking?
It advertises my company.
Yes, we have a self-made millionaire in her mind, at least, but a business lady here with us today. That's how I actually met Kristy originally. So
I have a lot of friends. I don't know how this happened. It's been amazing. No complaints. But yeah, this tattoo was just well, we were talking in the coffee shop about on a whim tattoo and,
Ooh.
what are you going to do?
Yeah.
So I didn't even get to this story yet. It started with the whisk, really not relevant to the story, but again, totally irrelevant. I had plans to go out of state to a camping trip with a whole bunch of friends. My friends were driving on their way to pick me up from my apartment to go on this big, 4-day trip. And I proceeded to be incredibly sick the second they were close enough to come get me.
You're like,
I was
no.
I was like, obviously, this just came on. It's
Yeah.
probably food related. Totally not a necessary thing to share with you guys, but I didn't end up going.
Yeah.
So I had all this time set aside. I took off of work. I had all this money set aside. And as you do, you're like, well, what do I do? What
Idle
do I do
money
with
is
this?
not good for those tattoo enthused
Tattoos.
people. So
So
There's no such thing as extra money.
so I went into Huntington
more
Village and I was
tattoos.
like, all right, who's going to take me in?
Yeah.
And talk about meeting friends. I went in, I met Rob White, who now actually works out of Selden in Black Duck.
I love Black Duck. I actually have
Black
tattoos
Duck.
from there.
See?
Me too, right?
Yes, we went there together.
Isn't that lovely?
Yes.
So it just
Black Duck.
happenstance, walked into a place that was taking walk-ins and I basically this was an idea I had, but it was off of a whim. I was just like, I don't know, something baking related, and I'm not like a cupcake and cherry kind of girl. So
Nah.
I didn't want it to be super cute-ish. So this is what we landed upon. And it's just so funny how it works out because now I have a bunch of tattoos from him. And
Yep.
he's like, you're so not my client in terms of definition of the style and everything
Yeah, he's
else,
very
but-
traditional in what he
Yeah.
does.
But I love that.
Yeah, John and I went there. We did the Wheel of Fate.
Yep.
This is John's tattoo. It is a little penguin serving a drink.
Got it.
My tattoo's on my ass, almost, so I can't show you it. But it is a drunk dog with a sailor hat, little bubbles around it. So, yeah, we went and we did the Wheel of Fate there. We also went there on a whim.
There's something so lovely about that. Just it's a story.
It's a story.
It's a laugh every time.
Every single
Yeah.
time. That's what it is. A story. Like we have more stories to
Yep.
tell.
So
So
many
I said I
stories.
won't put a ring on my finger, but I will tattoo my business on me.
That's
So
right.
That's
It's kind of like when chefs get the knife. Like, they get the knife
Yeah,
on their
yeah,
forearm or their
yeah.
back arm to be like,
It turns out a lot of people have tattoos like this.
yes.
So I thought I was being a bit original, but I love it. I think it's great. People stop me all the time about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I just noticed now as you guys would tell.
Yeah.
I was like, I really like
Gets
that.
the conversation
What is
going.
that?
Yeah.
Yep,
and
that's
then
it.
and then we realize we have mutual friends. It always happens that way. I
That's
love
how it goes.
What-
And
Yeah.
And me and Kristy were talking because I saw on the other day on Instagram or Facebook or whatever that Kristy got a shark tattoo, and I'm like, are we shark friends? Like, we need to talk about that. So we both are fans of sharks.
Yes.
Which was wonderful. This is my shark tattoo for those of you
me
who
see.
don't know. My little Lisa Frank
Oh yeah.
shark tattoo that
It's
I
really
got.
beautiful.
Do I show
Yes, yes, she's so beautiful. Her name is Consuela, I believe is what I named her. So I name all my tattoos that are animals or people. I name them. So this is Consuela. And we talked about like our shark origin stories of like why we started liking sharks. So I know your story is a little less dramatic, so I'll start with mine. It's a little more dramatic.
Yeah.
Picture this. It's 1990. Dunna, 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 na, 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 na. So you know what movie that's from if you're from this place. So I was 5 and my mom and dad let me stay up late because I had the flu. And I felt so cool because I'm like, my sister's asleep in. It was probably like 8, but I'm like, it's like midnight. Like, oh, it's great. And they were watching Jaws, which is probably not the best movie for a 5-year-old to watch. It's kind of violent, you know? So like, I just remember becoming like fascinated. Like one of my first memories, I was like, oh my God, I need to learn more about sharks. Is this real? Like, what is this? And that just started my lifelong appreciation for sharks.
Aww.
Yeah.
I don't have a great story. I ended up with a gift card to a tattoo parlor that ended up being
Ooh.
within 2 miles of my house, which was just serendipitous. So of course I went with cupcakes and everything. And so since I had the gift card, I'm like, I'll get something a little bit bigger than what the gift card's worth. And they said, just anything you want, which is, I need
Don't
direction.
say that.
I know, I need direction sometimes. So I gave them a handful of ideas and they're like, none of this has rhyme or reason. Can you just pick one?
Pick one
So
for
I
me.
picked one. And I did a hammerhead shark. And
Nice.
I don't know. I just always wanted it. I don't swim with sharks. I don't swim at all, really.
I like that.
And they're
But I
the
like
coolest
Shark
looking
Week. I
sharks.
respect, yeah. So I had the right intentions behind it. And it's
Yeah.
super
So maybe
cool.
this is where we will put
Super
a
cool.
photo of your tattoo.
Yeah.
Like this is where it'll go probably in post-op.
Yes.
Post-op and post-production was
Pull my belly
surgery. I don't want you to expose your belly here. But yeah, it was so funny when I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, do we like sharks? Are we shark friends? So that was so funny.
Yeah, it's I think it's all part of the let the weird light shine, and like the other moths will come to the flame.
That's right. I
Yeah.
love being a moth. I have a moth on my chest. So there
and
you go.
I have a lamp tattoo.
There you go.
Whoa.
Oh my God, we didn't even plan that, guys. Didn't even plan that.
Your vibe will bring your tribe.
Your vibe will bring your
yeah.
tribe.
I love that. Wait,
Let's trademark that.
what is the name of your business, if you don't mind me asking?
It is very straightforward. Custom Cakes by Kristy.
Custom cakes.
Yeah. Look at-
what does
Look
she
at
bring?
these gorgeous
Located in
cupcakes.
Lindenhurst, but I go everywhere. I've been, to Manhattan and back, to the tip of Montauk and back, whatever it is. Yeah, you pay me, I'll be there.
That's
Speaking
wonderful.
of Montauk, this is a Stranger Things.
Yeah,
She brought this for us.
That's so sweet. I'm
Full
definitely gonna eat
circle.
one while we're talking. So.
Yeah. We're gonna
by
open
all
it up.
means.
She brought these to us.
No
and
spoilers because she hasn't watched season 5 yet. But
Okay.
It was very good.
Can
I
you tell
won't
us
read
about
the
this
comments.
real quick? So
Yeah,
that
tell
way-
us about what you made and your business. We want to hear more as I open this and eat
How
them.
lovely. Let's see.
Live
I've been
on
doing
air.
this over 12 years now, and as my full-time business, just over 9 years.
Ooh.
Ooh, I didn't realize it was that
I
long.
left a law firm.
Oh my God, I'm
and
gonna take this one.
I love
they're gonna
them,
do
and I will
Steve.
go visit them. But I am so glad. This is what I was meant to do. I will fight tooth and nail to continue to do
That's
this.
right.
So recently, because I've kind of gone through the works with all kinds of techniques and different designs, different themes. So for this, I've been working recently on learning faster, quicker, more efficient techniques to kind of get you there faster and more efficiently with more more crisp professional look. So this is actually an edible printer that I've learned to work
Ooh.
with my Cricut, which is like a precise cutting system.
It's so good.
So it's just like yeah.
So this is the edible.
That's
printer?
completely edible. Yeah.
This
I just ate it. I was ready to go to the hospital.
And my
I just ate
newest
it.
technique, I used to do fondant behind it, but no one likes fondant.
No.
It's decent. It's not terrible, but it's very basic and it's very sugary. So for these, I've been backing it with white chocolate, which is still pretty sweet. But for me, I think people are going to eat white chocolate
Yeah.
a lot quicker than fondant, especially if it's something you could pull off and give,
What's fondant?
Fondant's just like a sugar dough. It's like marshmallow sugar, and that's about it.
It's very thick and it's not very
It's very
appetizing.
sweet. Yeah,
is what I
but
understand.
it's almost like edible Play-Doh in the sense that you could apply it in the same ways.
Yeah.
Push it through an extruder, you could roll it out and cut it. So I love all of it, but I'm trying to find ways to not always rely on
Yeah.
fondant, especially because it's heavy, it's
Yeah.
expensive, no one eats it anyway. It's the first thing people complain about in terms of not wanting to have the fuss of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, mini cupcakes, anything individually wrapped, anything that just kind of, everywhere I go, I bring desserts.
That's
it works.
right.
I make more buddies that way.
Oh, I like it.
Cross promotion, everything.
That's actually how I met Kristy. For those of you who are locals along Long Island, Paper Doll Vintage had a terrible fire in 2024. Yes, and they were doing a fundraiser in 2025 in March to raise money, and I met Kristy there, and she was giving out free samples as part of the benefit or whatever, and it was delicious, and I liked her vibe, and someone added somebody, and then we've been like Instagram friends, Facebook friends for like a while now,
Yeah.
and then I was like, you take the friendship plunge, right? Where you're like, oh, let's move this friendship along, and I was like,
I knew we were taking it.
Yeah, I know,
I was
like,
waiting for you.
here's my number, girl, if you want to text me.
She was like, she knew. She's like, we're gonna be friends.
I mean, friends.
She doesn't know
I'll
it yet,
just
but
wait
I know.
until she's ready.
I know
Yeah,
we're
no,
gonna
I'm
be
not pushy
friends.
though. But the same with the desserts. Like, I don't want to like go out and be like, guys, come buy my stuff. Come, like I just want you to be like, here it is. Whatever you
Yes.
want to do with it, hand it to the next person. If it doesn't apply, whatever. Yeah, just
If it doesn't apply,
Yeah.
let it fly.
What?
Doesn't
Yeah,
apply.
it's fine.
You are on it today, John, with these
Yeah.
trademark things that you need to trademark. It's so funny. It was delicious. We both had the banana and cookie
How
butter.
dare
was
I
about to
skip
say-
it myself?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
Yeah.
if this was
I was so caught
bananas.
Yeah, it was
Banana and
bananas.
cookie butter. I do this often in my handouts because no one trusts to try it
Yeah.
because it's a bit different.
Yeah.
So I try to make sure, like, if it's going to be a sample, that I'm going to give you something that is delicious, but not something you might try on your own selection.
Yes.
So it always works.
Yes, it's like a tiny little bite, and yeah, the white chocolate was delicious. It was just the amount right of
So
sweetness.
good. Oh,
My
there's
knowledge
11.
of baking comes from the Great British Bake Off, which is a show that me and my friends
Oh.
watch on FaceTime together. We actually are watching the last episode tonight of the holiday series because we were gonna watch it last night. And we were like, and then my friend Jen was like, "Can we watch it tomorrow?" Like, because I'm not ready for it to end, and that's like. I know it's a baking show with people from England or Scotland or whatever, but like there's something just very homey about like, like baked goods, homemade baked goods, the love and the care that you see these people, which I assume Kristy does as well, to put into this little bite that literally only lasts for a moment, but you remember it forever.
Yeah, there's a word for that. Amuse bouche, which is
bouche.
more like an appetizer, but it's meant to be all one bite, like no fuss, no messing.
I didn't
like,
know there was a name for that.
Yeah, you ever see like a dish where it's just like on a spoon and it's just this tiny cute little thing?
I only eat things that are on like ladles or on dinner plates, so a spoon would not be enough for me.
Right, but that's the point. Yeah, just that tiny little tasting. I had something to say, and now I've lost
I feel like
it.
I make regular cupcakes. I'm just like, this is one bite.
Yeah.
Like when it says like when those memes that say like, oh, it looks like I'm a family of 11 because it says this feeds a family of 11, but I'll eat the whole thing. So
You know what it is? It's this doesn't apply this time, but like with like cake pops and like cookies and stuff, if
cake
it's wrapped
pops.
up and you can throw it in your pocket,
That's perfect.
People they'd be like, "Oh no, I'm on a diet." Take it home for your kids, and then they're taking 3
Wow.
instead of whatever it is. Yeah, that's all part of the I don't care where it goes, what happens. Yeah, I just want people to know who I am.
I like those little cake pops.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're cute.
Maybe you could
and,
do like
yeah,
a K-pop cake pop.
I love K-pop. That'd be
Cake-
so funny.
And it's called a cake pop demon hunter.
yeah. I love Demon
I remember when I first heard about these are too small. You can't do it with these beautiful little
They're so
babies here.
cute.
But when you take the bottom part of the cupcake and you put it on top, and then you make it like a little cupcake sandwich, like, isn't that so smart?
Cupcake
Like,
sandwich.
Oh my God. You know what I'm doing this week, which is so cool, and I have to make 1 million so people know that they can have it too. But I have for a birthday party, they're doing sugar cookies that are pizza slices. So they're
What?
getting the blank cookie as like the pizza slice, and then they get to add the sauce and the cheese and the
What?
toppings. And I'm like, how genius. Because like I do DIY cookie kits, but it's very overwhelming. Like even if you have direction to like start with a blank canvas.
Yeah, yeah.
Any kind of artist like that where you're like, where do I go? How do I know that I'm going to finish it in this one session? And then of course you're going to also eat it in that same moment. So you gotta, it's very streamlined. So with the pizza, it's just do what you want and it'll still look like a pizza slice.
That's
So,
right. Oh
yeah,
my
I'm
gosh.
excited about that one.
I like regular pizza and cookie pizza, so that is perfect for me.
We did our pizzas. We had pizzas. We baked some pizzas here. It was really
Yeah,
fun
I
to
love
do.
that.
It was super
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
It was a good time. Awesome. So everyone, you should go to Custom Cakes by Kristy on Instagram, Facebook. It's delicious. I enjoyed these so much. She's handed out several different little bites. I remember at that thing, and I was like, oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
Yep.
I probably should
Yeah.
talk to this girl. She has to be my friend, so I can like use her for her cookie. No, I'm kidding. But it's just so delicious. Little bites like that. So thank you so much for bringing these. These are so good.
Baking
It's my
has gotten
pleasure.
really mainstream in my thoughts right now because I'm like, we have Is It Cake, which is like
Love that show.
people are
I
obsessed
know.
with that, and then
Isn't it-
the Great British Bake Off, all that stuff.
And Nailed It is one of my favorite shows on Netflix with Nicole Byer. She's a really great comedian, and she brings on people who are definitely amateur bakers, and they try and recreate these like gorgeous, like elaborate, intricate things, and then they push the button which makes the partition come down. They go nailed it, and they usually don't nail it. And it's so funny.
I feel like, it's wonderful because they're basically promoting my product for me.
Yeah.
It's such a relevant
Right?
thing.
Isn't it
And I mean, no
so
one
big now.
Yep.
No one stops birthday parties. Things have shifted. Always
Yes.
things shift, but there's always a need for some type of celebration. And luckily, cake is usually there. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Do you know anything about like wedding cakes or anything like that? Because I always feel like
Yeah,
that's like
absolutely.
a big like.
Yeah, it's
Big
almost
thing.
two different monsters for me.
Yeah.
Because very often, go figure monsters.
Monsters.
But very often I'm doing like the custom cakes that are maybe a bit smaller, like 10 to 20 servings, and that's not really that small. But compared to a wedding. But I do mostly like colorful 3D characters, really fun stuff. But then there's that other side where you do weddings, and some weddings I've done like a Bob's Burgers wedding cake in
What?
the Paramount. Oh my
Wow.
god, so cool.
That
so
is
cool.
so
Coolest
fun.
Everything
That
is
is
cool
so
about
fun.
that. Oh my god, one of the coolest ones. But yeah, I still do classic buttercream wedding cakes, or the vintage cakes are really big now with the piped hearts and everything.
Wow.
I love all of it. I'm an artist, so I mean, I like that every day is a bit different, and I get to try different techniques and kind of keep up with the Joneses and just whatever
Yeah.
everyone's talking about lately.
I'm
so.
glad that you brought it up, being an artist, because being
Yes.
a cake artist
I was
and
thinking
being
that too.
someone who's a rapper and producer and someone who just puts art all over her
missed
body.
that news. My
Yeah.
brother's a rapper.
Really?
We'll chat.
Oh my goodness! Well, I have to
he's
listen to
he's-
that.
he does taxes and raps.
There you go. That's a thing.
Yeah.
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 That's
Amazing.
so awesome.
I love
funny.
it. So I'm
Sorry.
curious, and I'd love to hear. No worries. I'd love to hear from John as well. But for our guest today, where do you get your inspiration from? Like, where does that divine inspiration, or that where do you get your ideas from? Like, how does it get downloaded into you? Does it get downloaded into you?
All right. Well, I guess there's two parts there. In terms of just generally baking and why I do what I do, it sort of just happened, but totally makes sense. And now that I'm here and I do it, I would fight for the rest of my life to make sure this is what I do. I'll do it out of a Dane box, whatever it takes. Like it's my passion. It's absolutely, it ties in everything I love to do, being creative, talking to clients, taking my own spin on things. But specifically case by case and, order designs, thank goodness, most people know what they want, which is hard to say, when you give people that much option and freedom in terms of making something happen. But I love when someone's like, here's this idea, most people come with a very clear idea, but then there's also the other side of people that just say, they're this color or this character, and then anything else you want to do. Those are usually repeat clients that have that trust established already. But regardless if I've had the idea or they came with the idea, seeing their reaction and their families and coming back each time and seeing them recognize me and then, almost like make me part of the celebration. I tend to, dip out eventually, but I have been invited to weddings and all kinds of things that I wouldn't have come across if I wasn't doing what I do. So
yeah, it's about making a relationship for you, which I love. I think that's the most important part of life is making a relationship.
It's a huge focus. It's a huge focus of mine to make sure that people know about me, that they trust me, they like my products. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's
cool.
a great time.
And she sounds like a tattoo artist.
She does. I was thinking that as well.
People come in with their ideas and like a tattoo artist.
Yeah, it's similar.
At least my tattoo artist is like, they'll put the input if they feel like.
Yeah.
It's
If you've gone a little too far on a thought or whatever it is.
Like, I think gray
one
would
of the
look
tougher
better
parts,
than red,
yeah.
or something like that. So for you, do you feel like you have to put input sometimes if they say they want, not to make it sound like so whatever, but like if instead they say like peanut butter, you're like, I'm not sure, maybe this would taste better or something.
Well, there's an art to saying no without ever saying no. And it's really just a matter of offering a different thought while you deny a certain thought. And I don't do this very often, but like if you're trying, especially in tattoos as well, it's definitely relevant where, you want to do a nod to this, a nod to that, and it doesn't all make sense. And you can, in some instances, sort of make a collage of things and make it work. But sometimes it really is, I hate to say it this way, because I wouldn't necessarily narrow someone that far down, but I would, sort of suggest, what if we do this larger and have the focus here, and like maybe the t-shirt they have on has a logo, just kind of throw those ideas in a more cohesive way so you're not battling for the front stage, if that makes sense. Because I always tell clients, especially if they're looking for opinions on it, go simple, because the simpler you go and the bigger you go, the more impression it really has, which is if it's just a single character and then now you're making it big because you're not fussing with anything else. Or what's another good example? Even just like one flower. I don't know that I've actually done it now, and maybe I should, but like just like simplify and make it big and make it good, almost the same. I'm going to flip it entirely, but almost like chefs making an egg. You could do it a million different ways, but if you just simplify it and do it well, there's such a noteworthy reaction to it. So simplify, crisp, clean, well thought out, planned. I think that's the biggest thing with my job is
that's it.
Whether it's the artwork or the response or what, everything is planned. It's meticulous. There's a lot of templates. But that's what we love. Yeah.
I love that. And Mr. John Jeremy, can you tell us a little bit about like your creative process and where you get your inspiration from? Whether it's, how you dress your body, how you dress your gorgeous home here, what you do in your writings, where do you get your inspiration?
I think it's like, I work, when it comes to creativity, this is different than hers, because hers is like, they're bringing their ideas to her, and she has to where mine is just all from me, and I get to decide. I get all creative, 100% creative control about like how I create something. But like as far as like food, I was thinking when we were talking, because I almost went for culinary arts.
Really? I didn't know that about you.
In the
Cool.
beginning, when I was trying to decide what I wanted to do, was culinary arts, even though I don't cook, even today.
You gotta start somewhere.
But I like the arts. I've always told people, like, artists, when I say, tattoo artist, a musician, I said I always include food with fashion and food. Like, food is arts. And I like how you said the egg. The egg is such a chameleon. You can have deviled eggs. You can have, like, hard-boiled or every type of fried egg and cooked egg. Oh, so amazing. The egg. We love you, egg.
We love you, egg.
You could have a full debate on what
eggs.
egg would be the best.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it
ostrich
now.
egg? Can you eat an ostrich egg? No.
You can. I mean, I think an ostrich egg is like 6 to 10 regular
I
eggs.
know,
was
like
told.
12 eggs or something.
I can't imagine eating them eggs. Like,
You need a hammer.
yeah,
You
that's it.
need to get in there with
And
that.
I think like isn't the quail egg the smallest egg I hear?
Probably.
The quail egg?
Yeah, very tiny. It's,
Oh.
it's like little big. It's very tiny.
But those are the delicacies. So like for me, it's kind of like when I would cook, due to like diet restrictions with cholesterol or watching the sodium that'll raise like my blood pressure, since I don't take medications, being creative, or let's say like I'm replacing stuff. How does this taste instead of this? Because this is like what they want me to cook, but I need to replace this because I can't have it. So let me replace it with tuna fish instead. So there's also another thought process. I'm just gonna talk now. It's just in Peru, my parents are from Peru. It's a third world country. So a lot of countries, when we're poor, now kind of like in Ratatouille, when you're poor, you come up with, you have to make dishes. And then the creativity, due to the lack of accessibilities, now make it more like you made a delicious dish. And then now in America, Peruvian restaurants, those are considered cuisines where we're just poor.
You're just getting
We're
by.
just poor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We can't even cook.
But that's but
Isn't that
that
cool?
intention is always there. Yeah.
It's cool.
I mean, no matter
Creative.
what
You
your
have to be
materials
creative.
are. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, putting that love into it. It's not always the ingredients. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like,
I like that.
food shouldn't just like, meet our nutritional value. Food should be an experience. There should be a reaction. There should be
I like
intention. There should be
Intention,
love. There
yes.
should be intention, you
Yeah.
know? And I think like, some of my fondest memories surround food growing up and even, now in my, now my adulthood, I still, I don't eat meat anymore, but I still remember my mom's meatloaf with like, you put the ketchup on top and it gets kind of tacky and sweet in the oven or whatever, and it takes an hour. But I remember having that meatloaf and being like, wow, like my mom really cared. Like she made this thing for me for an hour.
Aww.
Like it's so good.
We could tell that we're foodies up here and that we love that. Isn't it? So, it's so funny. Like now we're talking from baking to food, like just food in general. Because you mentioned ketchup, and I wonder if it's a cultural thing. At least for me, sometimes like if someone gave you a meal and then you just cover it in ketchup.
Whoa.
I always feel like, is that a cultural thing? Like people feel like that's disrespect. Do you feel that way? What do you guys
Yes
feel?
and no. Yeah. No, I agree. Especially as someone that takes the time to make a meal a certain way. But it's almost the same as like salt and pepper on the table. It's like expected, but then also frowned upon. At least
The option is
as
there.
the chef, we already thought about this.
Yeah. How dare you?
But that's part of the love. But then there's also the acceptance, and there's certain people that just have their ways, and it just is what it is. So it's your call. I mean, there are restaurants that will not give you ketchup with your burger, and you must sit and suffer if that's how you feel.
Yeah.
Go to McDonald's if you want ketchup, all right?
It's sort of like forced open horizons.
That's so
but,
funny. Some chefs I feel like would come out and be like, how dare you?
I mean, there's still ketchup in my fridge, though.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm expected to have it available, but I don't really use it.
It's like a fix it. I think that's how people see it. I love ketchup. I know people are like,
Right.
you want some
Yeah.
fries with your ketchup?
It's a habit, really. I don't think it's anything more than a habit. Who woke up and decided ketchup was it? But
I don't know.
but someone does. Someone loves it, and I can't. What
Yeah,
if they don't
interesting.
yuck their yum?
Who thought that ketchup needs to go with French fries? Like that's very interesting.
It's not even the hate on the ketchup; it's the expectation of the ketchup. We're getting deep here.
Ketchup
We
hate.
are.
Ketchup hate.
But
This is
yeah,
a very
I don't know,
divisive
to each
issue.
their own.
It
Don't-
really is.
Don't yuck their yum. Let them dress their eggs.
My sisters are both married to Jasons, and both of the Jasons hate ketchup.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're not fans of ketchup, so when my sister moved into her first apartment with her Jason, my sister Ashley, I gave her, it's kind of just be funny to her Jason, a twin double pack of ketchup, being like,
yeah.
happy homecoming or happy move-in or whatever. And Jason was like, not about that life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love things that are dippable because then I can have different experiences with each dip. Like I love honey mustard with my French fries personally, and also I do like a good old ketchup.
Right.
But sometimes it's just like just the salt and the pepperiness and the crispiness. Like it just tastes so good without anything. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I could have sworn there was a place. Maybe I'm making it up, or maybe it was like a joke on a show. But there was a place that's called Sauces or something, or some place that just has dipping. Like it's just their main focus is the sauces, and then you buy different things to dip it in. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. But you're so right with the dipping. I like to dip.
It's like an interactive experience,
right, So you can't hate on one sauce over the other, but I get the idea of not
fondue, something.
Not interrupting someone's beautiful dish.
Nope.
Oh yeah. No. Hey,
maybe we need
smiling.
that disclaimer as we serve it. Just don't touch it. Just eat it.
Just eat it.
Everyone's enjoying the delicious, and I like you said it the best. Food is an experience. Like that means a lot.
Yeah.
And you get to add to that. You get to like make some. You have your own experience, and then like it's really like energy. You're like you're bringing this stuff to like it's an important event to them. They're always gonna remember it too. So like I'm sure something inside you has to feel more than accomplishment, beyond accomplishment. Something like wow, like I did like this is bringing happiness.
Yeah, I very rarely have a dissatisfied client, and we work with that if that's the case. But yeah, to do something like that, I think a lot of artists in their mediums don't get the recognition right away. So to have that happen every time, I'm so grateful.
Like right there, they're like, oh my God, this is like,
and
you get
I
to
always
see them.
joke, no matter what happens, because everyone's like, oh, I don't want to like break into it. But it's like, I have a photo. We have a photo. We know what it looks like, and then just the rest, have fun with it. Yeah.
Oh man, see, food is so good, and the one thing about food is like everybody needs it. Like,
and
not everybody needs a big house, not everybody needs to have a fancy car, but everybody needs food, especially with the food hunger crisis in the United States. Like, so to be able to work in that kind of space, and just probably I assume it brings so much joy to you. And we were talking about the melting pot. That's actually where you got your start back in the day.
One of the many starts. Yeah. I was always a waitress, always in food industry in general, pizzerias, fruit stands, restaurants. So melting pot is where I began getting into kitchens, which is so ironic because you don't cook in the melting pot kitchen, but it got me through the door, and from there I got into bread baking and bakeries from there, and just kind of kept falling into the right place, which is so nice. I lost the initial question. Oh, we were talking about melting pot and how it got me in there. Yep. Yeah, it was just in the kitchen. I was always a waitress, and I did love that, but something about being in the kitchen and kind of like jamming to your music, and like you got your own station. You don't have to socialize as much.
I was telling Kristy that I recently went to Melting Pot for the first time in like 15 years for Casper's Bachelorette weekend. Me, Casper, and Bree
Shout
went
out
to
Casper.
Shout out to Casper. Bree and Casper are in Miami right now. Woo! And it was just such a fun experience. I was like, wow, I haven't been here so long. And like the 4-course meal that we had, and our waiter, he was so nice. He was helping a bunch of like teenage, like preteens, like they were there for like a birthday party, and I'm like, what kind of person brings like 30 kids to the melting pot? It's not cheap.
I was about to say, they charge me so much for me to cook my own food, but
I agree.
You're paying for the experience,
but
man.
It is a lovely place, and everyone does love it. I don't want to bash them too hard. I do love them. But
it's all love. It's all love.
But it's funny because you also learn how to corral people, especially children and personalities the like, because that is a party place. You could rent a room. You could rent like a 20-person table, and people get lit. They have a great time. So, but I mean, with a 4-course meal that you're having them cook, you have to really streamline, get to the point, make sure they understand, leave them on their own. So I learned a lot about how to manage people. And I also, totally unrelated, worked door to door for Verizon Wireless. No, Verizon Fios.
Yeah.
And that taught me more about like the dynamic of personalities, because I was a bit of a pushover and very like meek and like, oh, I don't want to like interrupt, but you know, you're knocking in the snow on people's front doors and they're like, why are you here?
I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to live. All right.
I've learned how to communicate and be friendly. And so I didn't
catch
sell
more
much.
with honey than vinegar, right? So
I think being a business owner, you have to learn the art of communication
You do.
and customer service with
Yeah.
many levels.
Yeah, and still have a backbone, because you cannot say yes to everything.
you can't give them things for free unless you want to give them things for free.
Yeah, and if
You
you're
know?
gonna give something for free, you can't expect anything back.
Yes. So
Exactly.
to be clear.
That's what makes it really good. The phone didn't work, but
Yeah, we are just about, like, literally, I have so many other things to talk to you about, but we're almost at time already.
I think she has to come back, right?
Yeah, would you come back again?
I would.
Even though I started this by saying take your time to make decisions, but we would love to have you come back again so we can talk about all the other things, you know, like your California sober journey and your relationship journey and all that kind of stuff. I think that'd be really wonderful.
Yeah, we can write it down next time.
Yeah.
We'll have stuff. We can write stuff down.
Our
and
friend
have it.
Allie did that. And that was so cute. We love Allie. She's
We
like
love
this
Allie.
20-year-old little sprightly girl.
She's coming back.
She's definitely coming back. She had literally a list of topics to talk about. It was so adorable.
But it helped.
Yeah, it did help
Awesome.
keep us
Yeah.
focused. But this is how it is. We're just off the cuff.
It was
and stuff.
great. I really loved everything.
Yeah.
I really felt just everything about it. I really loved
Good.
this.
Oh,
I can't
I'm
wait
so
to listen
pumped.
back
We
to it.
usually end the show with a phrase or a final thought or a mantra
Affirmation.
or affirmation to kind of end it off.
Yeah.
I won't make you go first because I literally just sprung that
Yeah,
on you
all
now.
right, that's all right. You know,
but I
also
usually know what John says. But John, do you have anything that you want to share?
Yes. Don't overcook your eggs.
Oh,
Unless you want to. That's how it's supposed to be. So don't listen to me.
Use your eggs however you like your eggs.
Yes.
I used to make my eggs in the microwave as a kid. Like at sleepovers, like we would scramble them and put them in the microwave because we couldn't use the the stove top or whatever. I called them balloon eggs because they look like balloons. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to share about though. What is my final thought? My final thought is, it's cool to make friendships in your adulthood. Like, I didn't know this person a year ago, and now she's a friend of mine.
Next
And
on the
we get to-
podcast.
Now we're
Absolutely.
here on an afternoon on a Monday, like drinking our very caffeinated coffees and enjoying
Eating little cupcakes.
yeah, eating little
She
cupcakes
made.
and just enjoying life. So it's never too late to make new friends. That's my final thought today.
absolutely. I love that. Oh, okay, so I actually made a little list myself. I should have brought my phone over to the table,
Yeah.
and no, this was perfect.
Next time.
So advice. What I've currently been working on is the dynamic between holding your boundary while still finding ways to support and not diminish your own standing on things. And I know that's like, that's
like a whole topic right now.
lot
Yeah.
to just put
That's
into
a whole,
one sentence.
whole podcast right
But
there.
yeah, and more so just on that topic, put yourself in your priorities. I think
Put
so
yourself in your
often,
priorities.
Yes. Time-wise, we get so
Wow.
caught up
That
in the
was it.
circle of things. I just watched the New Year's Eve episode, so I'm really on the new year and
Yes.
everything. But yeah, keep yourself in that lineup. Literally write your name in your calendar on a certain day and figure out what that means for you. Finding your needs and finding how they can be met.
That was fire.
That was
Let's
fire.
go.
That's
I
like
was
one of
so
the, I think
ready
that's
for
one of the
this.
best
Yeah,
ones.
you
actually.
killed it.
Put yourself in your priority. I don't think
Yeah.
I think from now moving forward, I'm gonna remember that.
Please do.
Where am I? My priorities. I don't know.
It doesn't just help you; it helps
does.
everyone.
It does.
And putting yourself in the calendar once a week or
yeah.
whatever.
So you feel bad when you don't do it. You canceled on yourself.
take yourself to the movies. Take yourself to a pottery class. Take
absolutely.
Yeah.
yourself
Yeah,
dancing.
that's how it starts.
Yeah. I'm gonna take
do an
myself
event,
dancing.
find some new friends.
That's it.
Who knew?
What?
Yeah.
Start baking.
Start
Go
baking.
to a cafe in a different town.
Yeah, like we did
Whatever.
today.
Yeah.
We went to the My Town's Cafe in East Islip. I hadn't been there yet since they redid
Start the
it.
conversation. Yeah.
So that's why I brought $10 iced coffee. It was intense, but it's delicious. So, Kristy, thank you so much again for
Thank
coming.
you for having me. This is wonderful.
And John, thank you so much for letting me take the reins today. It was very fun.
Thank you.
And we'll see you all on the flippity flop.
Bye, guys.
So what's your podcast about?
Okay, this is making me feel really uncomfortable. Not like it. Is my mic on? Okay. Well then, let's go.
Bye.